for me. I really appreciate. And for those that are watching us that may not know, who exactly is the host of Isi.Otv?
Okay, my full name is Isi Oseghale. So the Isi is Isi Oseghale. That if you are from my tribe, you know the meaning of that name. Then the O there is just I took it from my surname, so it will not be too
Okay.
long. So I just abbreviated, and that is the Isi.Otv. So Isi.Otv is a young woman that looked at the mirror one day, told herself the truth. And what is that truth that she told herself? It was telling herself, I need to be financially free. I told myself I need to start planning my retirement. I am working. I work as a health giver here. Yes, we call it health giver and all that. I work in a clinic. But in as much I have a good job today, I have my salary and all that. But I told myself, if anything happens to me today, will I be able to continue to live this kind of life? That's financially. That's why I said I told myself the truth. I didn't really want that because one thing is you telling yourself the truth. I believe that is the best thing that can happen to you. But when somebody takes you and they're advising you, you can just say, you talk too much. But when you
Yes.
tell yourself the truth, you look at the mirror. I always tell people when I want to face life or if anything is happening around me, my mirror is where I go to. I see myself
Good.
there. I see Isi there. I speak with Isi. I talk with Isi. Isi and Isi discuss. You understand? So that was how this Isi.Otv came about, and that was how I started my journey into financial freedom.
That's amazing. I really appreciate that. Like I was in our preamble, like I was saying earlier on, some things are not actually taught in a particular way in our schools and everything. And I'm happy to understand to know about the inspiration concerning Isi.Otv because one, for the fact that you are a woman, that is something interesting as well. Not only are you are a woman of an African descent living in a country that is not the one that you will ordinarily giving birth to.
Yeah.
So there is definitely a journey that you took or you undergone. You might have undergone a journey to have been where you are today. And knowing for a fact that you sat down one day and decide to say, Isi's story is going to change as soon as your financial liberty is concerned is something quite amazing. And based on that, I would like to ask, what transpired? What were those things that kind of disturb you? That want the apart from the fact that you feared that if you are no longer working, the financial resources may no longer be what it is. But I do know that in the country that you live, there is what it calls pension. Are you afraid that the pension may not be enough, or there were any particular thing that you would like to share with us that you thought about? I mean, those
Okay.
things that instigate you in practical terms.
Okay. As I said before, I said I looked at the mirror and I told myself the truth. That you see, I it starts from the mind. Okay,
Okay.
it starts from the mind. So it's not something you wake up and you have it. See, when you said something before, I grew up in Nigeria. That's my country. I grew up there. I went to
Good.
school there. Then I came to God be the glory. I was able to travel out of my country. I got to
Hmm.
this country with different culture, different way of doing things, and there are some certain things that I saw both my co-workers and Italian family, because I live in Italy. Italian
Okay.
families that I was very I am the type that I am more close to the Italian people more than, not because I love my people, you understand, because of my kind of job and also the area where I found myself. So at a particular time of my life, we were just few Africans, most especially the Nigerians. So our friends were the Italian people, and discussing with them. I thank God I was able to understand the language. So whatsoever they were telling me, I was getting it. And I discovered something, that there's this mindset in us. This is my story. There's this mindset that we were growing up. Your parents will tell you, they had you, and when they grow old, you're supposed to come back and take care of them. I'm not saying it's
Yes.
not right. I'm saying it's right. But that was when I told myself, like, oh, I don't think I want to live with like my parents. I don't think I want to grow old and put a problem on top of my children. I just want to be financially free so that they can live their life. That does not mean that maybe if I'm celebrating my birthday or any thing they are doing, the children cannot buy me my gift. But it should not be a bondage, or that it should not be, I should not put bondage on them, just like some of our parents. We are their investment. They train you so that by the time you get a good job, you will come back and take care of them. They call you, I've not eaten since morning. This is African style. And this was the start. This is the mindset. This was the mindset that EC grew up with. This mindset. EC grew up to a certain stage, and then I discovered that I don't like this mindset. I need to change this mindset. And that is why you see some people, when it comes, there are people that at the age from 1 to 20, they have this mindset that I just talked about. And something can happen and they change. Why there are some people they can never change, but I don't want to go there now. So that was
Yes.
what really happened to me. That was where everything started. It was not a day thing, but already it was, because even for you to be wealthy, your mindset, it is your mind that first of all need to be wealthy. You need to be wealthy with your mind, your thinking, everything in you. Because if you don't have it, you can't even it cannot come to reality, because you're not thinking about it. Everything you're thinking
Hmm.
is a shallow ground, and you remain that place. You remain that way. You understand what I'm saying? So that was what really I will say. When they say traveling is part of education, oh
Okay.
yes. Oh yes, oh yes, that was exactly what happened to me. Because just as you said, some of us that were privileged to go to universities, polytechnic, and all that, there was never a course called 110 education to teach you. You will see economic professor that is wearing an old suit. He was always depending on that salary, you understand? But he's the one teaching you economics. At the end of the day, what is it teaching you? It's not teaching you how to make money. It's only teaching you how to be a worker under somebody, how to be all our life. When you go to school, you graduate, and you get a white collar job, that you receive
Yes.
your salary. And by the time you go back, because as I said, I looked at the mirror
Hmm.
and I told myself, I went back. I looked at people, maybe my parents, maybe my aunties, maybe my uncles, because I'm from a family where everybody is educated. And but there was
Good.
one question I was asking myself. These people, they work for government for how many years? You understand? At the end of the day, they are not that. And I don't understand. So, this is how I can explain how everything changed. It was I had to change my mindset. I had to change my thinking. That was the first thing I did to myself.
That's a very great thing. That's